Hello and welcome to another video. This video is part 2 regarding the Catalyst MachineWorks Massive Droner HD. Part 1 was the build overview. I've discussed, the assembly, what parts I've used, any issues that you might face while building this drone. In this part, I'm going to cover the configuration and I'm going to show you a clip of the flight. Overall, just to give you an idea of what I think of this drone, it flies great. This is like a speed demon. It's really, really fast. It's responsive. I love the way it flies. Part of the reason why it's very strong or it's very powerful is the thrust to weight ratio. I've used here, just to show you, I used the 1408 motors, which give you a lot of thrust as compared to the weight. Some people build it with the 1404s, which are good. It's going to fly great, but it won't provide as much thrust as the 1408s. So let me go ahead and connect the drone to Betaflight and then go through the tuning. And after that, I'm going to show you a video of the flight. Okay, so I'll go directly to the PID tuning window, and you can see that I've pulled the multiplier down to 0.8. I flew it several times and I tried different spots. 0.8 was the sweet spot because anything above 0.8, you can immediately feel that the drone is vibrating. And it vibrates a lot when you basically do a hard corner. So I kept pulling it down until 0.8. 0.8 was the sweet spot. Anything below 0.8, so like if you try 0.7 or whatever, the drone is going to wobble when you're flying straight, which means the Ds are going to go really low because of D-min. But if you raise it to 0.8, I found that 0.8 is the sweet spot. But again, I mean, this pertains basically to the hardware that you, or is related to the hardware that you used. So this number might differ a little bit based on what kind of hardware you used. So for me, 0.8 was the good spot or the sweet spot that, made the drone fly optimally. The other thing I've changed is the filter settings. So when I started flying this drone and tuning it, the default filtering, it was at the default filtering, which is at 1. But I've noticed that after like a minute or so of flying, the motors are really, really hot, which means there's a lot of noise going into the gyro, which is causing a rapid change in the speed of rotation for the motors. So I kept pulling down the filters until 0.75. At this point, the motors were just warm to the touch, not hot, just warm to the touch, which is the normal thing, and the drone remained very responsive to the stick movement, which is really great. So those are basically the two sweet spots that I've settled on for tuning my the Massive Droner HD. But again, this applies for the hardware that I used. So what I've used here in the drone is a BL Heli 32 ESC, which is the Acon AK32 32-bit ESC. I think it's a 35 amp 4-in-1 ESC. And I've also used a Holybro Kakute F7 Mini flight controller. So this flight controller, along with the 4-in-1, this 4-in-1 ESC, gave me the best results at 0.75 for the filters and 0.8 for the master multiplier for the PIDs. Let's go ahead now and I'm going to show you how this thing flies. And if you like this video, if you like the information, if you like the flight video that we're going to see now, please don't forget to click on like and subscribe. It will help a lot. Thank you. Enjoy the video.